to rise and shine! Get ready for your 74th day of active service here at Last Defense Academy! Prepare to spend another day enduring the unendurable and suffering the insufferable to pave the way for humanity's future greatness. Be ready to give your lives to protect our beloved school from the vile and barbaric enemy!
I woke up to the morning announcement and slowly got out of bed. I slept like a log. My body hadn't fully recovered from yesterday's exhaustion yet. Today's day 74, huh? Only 26 days left. It's do or die now. There's no time to relax. For now, I need to consult with everybody about our plans, including what to do with about Ima. Alright. To the cafeteria. Okay, so yeah, we just gotta figure out, like, man, hopefully the worst doesn't happen to him. Alright, so here we are in the first floor of the cafeteria like usual. Yugamu's out over here somewhere, so I guess we'll find him. Here you are. If only that transmitter had been more powerful. Well, you get what you get from the Gift-O-Matic. The small size helped though. That's what allowed me to stick it on the prisoner. That reminds me, where exactly did you attach it to her, and how? Come on, there's plenty of little orifices on a person's body where you can stick a little something like that, especially when it comes to the ladies. I wish I had asked. Okay, I don't want to imagine where you did that, but whatever, man. We found her dead. Finally, everyone's here. Let's pick up where we left off yesterday. Tell us in detail what happened. Yeah, of course. Well, I told everyone the full story of what we experienced at the enemy base. So you had to fight over there after all. That must have been tough. Seriously though, how are we going to get back Ima now? It's a problem, alright. We don't have any leads to tell us where to start looking. Even if we don't go looking for him, it's possible the enemy might bring Ima to us. What do you mean? The Invaders are going to use him. I'll bet that's why they took him in the first place. Use him? How? Not like they did with Moko? Nah, all the commanders have different powers. I don't think any of the others have that copy ability. My guess is they'll use some other approach. No idea what it'll be yet, though. Maybe they'll turn him into a hideous monster and he'll come crawling back, begging to be put out of his misery. That happens. Stop that! You're scaring Kako. But if the enemy is going to use Ima in some way, that might be our best chance to take him back. Yes, we'll turn around and use their plan against them. I won't let things play out like they did with Moko. This time, we won't lose anyone. Yeah, whatever slimy tactic they come at us, we just gotta strike back at them even harder. At any rate, there's no moves for us to make right now. We'll just have to carry on like normal for now. Kako, are you okay with that? Honestly, I prefer to go looking for Ima right now, but we have no idea where he is. And if we don't protect the academy, he won't have a place to come back to. So I'm gonna focus on getting stronger and preparing for a chance to save Ima. I'll work harder and harder and get stronger and stronger. Lady Kako! Who threw tear gas in here? The smoke is getting in my eyes. It ain't me. That's right, all we can do now is wait. Our chance is sure to come eventually. The thing that worries me most is how the Invaders intend to use Ima. That's true. It might be something none of us could even imagine. Hey, Takumi! Huh? I looked up at the sound of Nozomi's voice to see her staring at me. There's something I want to talk to you about. If it's not an inconvenience, can I come to your room later? My room? Yeah, that's fine. Good, I'll see you later then. With a shy smile, Nozomi wandered off. Well, it looks like our discussion is done here, so I'm going to take off for now. Going already? You didn't even eat! Is it too unpleasant to be in the same room as me? Bro, you have nothing to do with what's going on right now. Like... No, I just don't have much of an appetite today. There's also a little something I want to check out in the library. With that, Aito left the cafeteria. I'm done eating too. I'm gonna go train. Kako devoured her breakfast in no time at all, rushing out of the room right after. I'm gonna go eat in the bio lab. I'm in the middle of developing some interesting medication. Look forward to seeing the results. Then Yugamu stood up from his seat and left. Wow, what kind of interesting medication does he mean? Maybe something for an upset tummy? That's just regular medication. Guess I'll go work out. You guys stop dicking around and get pumped. We must not fall behind, Holy Jumanji Sword. We're going to train. Then I guess I'll go to the garage. I have to clean up the prisoner's cage. I'll be going too. Everyone left the cafeteria one after another. They must all have a ton on their minds right now. You poppers should work hard and sweat hard. I'm going to enjoy a nice refined tea party alone. A tea party alone? Who throws a party for themselves? Seeing everyone working so hard is making me feel bleaker and bleaker. Darn me, you're such a horrible loser. You should just die. Look, you're crying again. I finished my breakfast and went back to my room to prepare myself for the next battle. Okay, I can't just sit around and relax, but first... That must be her! I opened the door and as I expected, Nozomi was standing there. Sorry, come by like this. Is now a good time? Yeah, no problem. Come on in. Thank you. Alright, so what does Nozomi want to talk to me about? Is it about her condition? So you said you have something you want to talk to me about.
I should get one thing off my chest. Takumi, thank you so much.
Nozomi bowed her head deeply. It's fine. It's embarrassing when you say it like that. More importantly, are you feeling better now? She finally raised her head. Yes, I'm fine now. Thanks to you. I'm in perfect shape again. I was skeptical about that absorbing cryptoglobin would actually stop the rejection symptoms. But I haven't had any problems since then. I still can't use hemoamina like everyone else though. Well, it's just good that we managed to stop the symptoms. I've been thinking. I want to tell you the truth, Takumi. You helped me so much, I can't keep this a secret anymore. You saved my life, so I'm going to trust you and tell you everything. What I know, what I've been hiding, and what separates me from the rest of you. Will you hear me out? Oh man, what is going on? I want you to keep everything I'm about to tell you a secret from the others. At least until we make it to day 100. That's fine. That's why you wanted to meet in my room, right? It's just the two of us. We won't have anything to worry about anyone overhearing. In before someone is, like, walks by my room and happens to hear stuff. So, you should probably talk quietly, just in case.
I told you some of this earlier, but unlike everyone else, I came to Last Defense Academy of my own volition.
Yeah, I know that part already.
I did it to fulfill the dream my mother and I shared, but also to get revenge for my mom.
Revenge?
My home environment was a little unusual. My father died in a car accident when I was little, and my mom was so busy with work she was almost never home. I was always alone, except when Mom would come home during breaks. She told me a lot about her research. She was so obsessed with it, I don't think she had anything else to talk about. She'd say it was just between us, and tell me about all of the things she'd learned. About how world death devastated the Earth's surface, and how the Tokyo residential complex was an underground shelter. Even that humanity was doomed to extinction at the rate things were going. I heard it all from my mom.
So you knew all those secrets from a young age?
Yes. At the time, those secrets were one of the few connections I had with her.
So, Nozomi and Karura are completely different people after all. Even though she looks really similar to Kid Karura.
It was still frightening, though. I cried the first time I heard about it.
Back then, I didn't really understand what kind of work my mom was doing. But as I got older, I started to get a better idea. My mom was a researcher working at Kamakura General Hospital. She was involved in a project to save humanity.
She was so absorbed in the project that she'd forget to eat and sleep. To her, it was a mission she poured her entire life into. She'd always tell me she was going to make the project a success and save mankind, and that Even though this meant I'd be lonely, we had to do what we could. Together.
When I was in the upper grades of elementary school, my mom suddenly came to me with a serious look on her face. She said she wanted me to work with her to make the project a success. And by work with her, she meant she reached a crucial stage in her research that would make or break the project. After a series of failures, upper management refused to give her permission to perform more experiments, preventing her from progressing any further. That's when she asked me if I could help her with the research. She was asking to be the test subject. It sounds horrible, doesn't it? But when she asked me, I was happy.
I was so proud of my mother. She was a heroine to me, working to save humanity without anyone knowing about it. And I was happy that I could be of use to her. I thought, if I helped out with her research, we would get more time together. If you said I'd been brainwashed, it would be kind of true.
Then, on a day when the workers were off, I went with my mom to Kamakura General Hospital.
I helped with her research as a test subject.
And that was the experiment. To transfuse cryptoglobin into you.
It seems like she regretted what she was doing. She apologized and cried a lot.
But I actually had a good time at the hospital. Dude, I would feel miserable, whether I wanted to offer or not. I'd often explore the hospital alone, give my mom a headache. But I don't remember too much from that time. I guess because the rejection symptoms were so rough. That must have been hard for you. Not so much. It didn't really get bad until after that. After that? The cryptoglobin transfusion experiment kept failing, and I kept experiencing rejection symptoms. Even so, the research progressed little by little, but then, just after I started high school... Your mother committed suicide? She wasn't killed?
In her note to me, which I found after her death, she wrote down some of her research. But upper management didn't really tell her all that much. She didn't know how cryptoglobin came to be created. All she'd been ordered to do was find a way to transfuse it without causing rejection symptoms. She'd been told that if she succeeded at that, she'd be able to save humanity from world death.
How would cryptoglobin save humanity?
According to her suicide note, there were enemies of mankind trying to prevent humanity from surviving world death. My mom was told this power was needed to eliminate those enemies.
Were they talking about the Invaders? Is that the battle we're involved in right now? I think so, but she didn't include anything more in her note. Enemies of mankind. The Invaders were created in order to advance world death. They're basically the personification of world death itself. Does that still hold up as true? Why did she take her own life? Was it because the research wasn't going well? No, our experiment was advancing slowly but surely. The rejection symptoms were lessening, and if we'd had time to do more, I'm certain we could have pulled off a flawless transfusion. Mom and I were both convinced we could, but at one point she got a notice from upper management. She was ordered to stop her research. Ah, okay. That must be very devastating for her to, for that. They never told her the reason. They just said cryptoglobin transfusions were no longer required. Just like that, the research my mom had poured her life into was unsurmountably brought to an end.
And she blamed herself for being unable to succeed with her research, for bringing her daughter into it, only to get no results. I think that guilt is what drove her to suicide.
So that's what happened. When Mom died, the first thing I felt, it wasn't sadness, but anger. Anger at upper management who abruptly dropped her research. And anger at my mom for giving up and taking her own life despite how important she insisted this mission was. I've been going on for a while. I'm sorry. Are you tired of listening? Should we take a little break? I'm fine. If you're okay, can you tell me the rest? Yeah, of course. After my mom's suicide, I snuck into Kamakura General Hospital a few times.
I wanted to know why management cut her off. And while I was looking into it, I learned about you and the others. I found information saying a special defense unit of youths with the power of cryptoglobin had been formed.
And that was us.
Maybe another researcher succeeded at the transfusion. Or maybe you had unique qualities that prevented rejection. Whatever the reason, you were all successes. So, my mom and I were no longer necessary.
I don't have any memory of receiving a transfusion. When would we actually have it done? When I first fought in the Tokyo Residential Complex to protect Karura, I could already use hemoamina. In that case, was it before then? I looked into it, and it turned out the goal of the Special Defense Unit was to eliminate the enemies of mankind and save humanity. It was just like Mom said. When I found that out, I started thinking, if I joined the Special Defense Unit and helped save humanity, I could redeem my mother to the people who cut off her research. I could prove that what my mom and I had done wasn't meaningless. And that's why you decided to come here? But how did you get here? Did you find out where Last Defense Academy was during your search? No, I didn't even know this place existed until I got here. But the last time I snuck into Kamakura General Hospital, I just happened to find you guys. You found us?
Everyone was sleeping inside of these weird machines. As soon as I saw you, I knew you had to be the members of the Special Defense Unit. The youths with the power of cryptoglobin. I found you just as you were about to be sent off somewhere. I figured you were going to fight against those enemies of mankind I'd heard about. It was an all-or-nothing gamble, but I went inside one of the empty machines.
Next thing I knew, I'd arrived at second to last Defense Academy. These machines. They must have been those capsules in that weird classroom, right? So we were all put inside those and sent here from Kamakura General Hospital? Yes, I think they stopped working because they'd fully served their purpose. I gotta say, going through all that to get here was really reckless of you. Even I never imagined that things would work out so well. But now that I've made it here, I want to fulfill the dream that my mom and I shared. I'll fight the enemies of mankind. When humanity has been saved, I'll go to my mom's grave. And I'll proudly tell her about what we achieved here. I see, so that's why you have such strong determination to fight. Actually, I'm surprised that you guys were kept in the dark for so long. I never imagined you wouldn't even know about cryptoglobin. That's why I couldn't tell you about my past. What do you mean? At first, you all resented being brought here, seeing as no one told you anything. If only one of us knew the circumstances, the others would inevitably be suspicious. And then if everyone found out my mother was a researcher, they might even have suspected me of being behind all of this. So that's why you decided to hide it. I couldn't let myself get kicked out due to suspicion after everything I've done to get here. But it was painful to keep it from everybody because I felt like I was being deceptive. But didn't Nigo notice that you'd snuck in? I don't really know why, but he didn't seem to notice. Even when he found out I couldn't use hemoamina properly, he just provided me a special combat suit. For when things like this happen. And that's the artificial class armor you use. Things probably would have been different if I'd met Siri first, but Nigo was really nonchalant about all of it. I still don't understand why no one told us any of this. I don't even remember receiving a cryptoglobin transfusion. All I know is that when the Tokyo Residential Complex got attacked, I was suddenly able to use this mysterious power. Oh, about that, I haven't been able to ask until now, but did the complex really get attacked? I never heard anything about that. You didn't? How's that possible? The whole place was in chaos. Everyone else experienced it. How could you not? I know, that's why it's so strange. I wonder why I didn't notice. Didn't notice? Wait, maybe it's not a case of noticing or not. Maybe she has forgot it? Like how we forgot about our transfusions? I may have gone on a tangent there, but that's the end of my story. This is really everything. I've told you everything about me now, Takumi. I see, I'm still shocked and confused, but anyway, thank you for telling me. No, I feel relieved to get it off my chest.
It may be a coincidence that I met you all here, but I think of everyone as good friends now. I really love all of you. It pains me to keep hiding things from the others, But I still want to fight as a part of this team.
Well, it's not like you're lying, per se, or even being deceitful, really. We have 26 days left. You can tell them the truth when it's over. When we've saved humanity and gotten our happy ending, they'll forgive you for being a little secretive.
Yeah. I hope so.
Anyway, no matter how many unsolved mysteries there are, it's all coming to an end in 26 days. Cryptoglobin, the Invaders, world death, saving humanity, even the problems with our memories. None of that really matters. Not if things end happily. Let's keep protecting the school until day 100. We'll all work together to make it happen.
We'll be fine. It's weird, but I have a feeling it'll be okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Ever since I accepted that Nozomi and Kara are different people, I feel like I've been able to bond with Nozomi. I'm really happy that we can trust each other as allies in battle. I'm going to save humanity with her and get back to the Tokyo residential complex. Then I can return to my peaceful life. After talking so much, I'm thirsty. Takumi, how about we have some tea in the cafeteria? Sure, I'm parched. Nozomi and I left my room and spent some time chatting over tea in the cafeteria. Eventually we parted ways and I once again returned to my room. Nozomi's story was shocking, but it really helped me organize my thoughts. At any rate, instead of racking my brain over things I don't understand, I'm going to concentrate on defending this place for the remaining 26 days. Then everything will come to a happy end. I'll do whatever it takes to get us there. I decided to stop running around for the day and spend some time quiet in my room. So ended my 74th day at Last Defense Academy.
Up and Atom troops, time to rise and shine! Get ready for your 75th day of active service here at Last Defense Academy! Prepare to spend another day enduring the unendurable and suffering the insufferable to pave the way for humanity's future greatness. Be ready to give your lives to protect our beloved school from the vile and barbaric enemy!
It's morning, guess I should head to the cafeteria. Which is what we're gonna do next time. So, that is gonna be it for this episode of the 100 Line Last Defense Academy. And next time, we're heading to the cafeteria. That was a handful of a story that we just listened to. We promise to keep that secret of Nozomi from everybody until day 100. And what's gonna happen on day 100, we're not really sure. It sounds too good to be true that something good will happen day 100, at least in my opinion. So we'll see what happens when we actually get there. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.